Daniel in the Lion's Den. A modern retelling, Daniel 6. The Royal Court. In the grand city of Babylon, ruled by the mighty King Darius, Daniel served as a trusted advisor. His wisdom and integrity had earned him favor with the king and jealousy from his peers. Among those envious of Daniel's position was a group of scheming court officials who plotted to bring about his downfall. The decree. One day, these officials approached King Darius with a plan to eliminate Daniel. They flattered the king, suggesting that he issue a decree forbidding anyone from praying to any god or man except him for the next 30 days. Blinded by pride and flattery, King Darius agreed and signed the decree into law. Despite the threat of punishment, Daniel remained steadfast in his faith. 3 times a day, he knelt in prayer, facing Jerusalem, and worshipped the God of his fathers. The betrayal. The jealous court officials were quick to report Daniel's defiance to King Darius. Faced with the consequences of his own decree, the king reluctantly ordered Daniel to be thrown into the lion's den, as the law demanded. The lion's den. As Daniel was led into the den, the hungry lions roared ferociously, their eyes fixed on their prey. But Daniel showed no fear. He trusted in his God, knowing that he was faithful and able to deliver him from harm. King Darius, troubled by what he had done, spent a sleepless night in anguish, fasting and praying for Daniel's safety. The miracle. At dawn, King Darius hurried to the lion's den, his heart heavy with dread. To his amazement, he found Daniel alive and unharmed, sitting calmly among the lions. The king rejoiced and ordered Daniel to be lifted out of the den. The judgment. Filled with remorse for his actions, King Darius issued a new decree, praising the God of Daniel as the living God, whose kingdom would endure forever. He commanded that all people in his kingdom should tremble and fear before the God of Daniel, for he is the one who delivers and rescues. The jealous court officials who had plotted against Daniel were brought before the king and thrown into the lion's den themselves, where they met their swift and just punishment. The moral. The story of Daniel in the lion's den teaches us about the power of faith, courage, and unwavering trust in God, even in the face of danger and persecution. Daniel's refusal to compromise his faith, despite the threat of death, serves as a powerful example of obedience to God above all else. His miraculous deliverance from the lion's den demonstrates God's faithfulness to those who trust in him. In our own lives, when we face trials, challenges, or opposition, let us remember the example of Daniel. Let us hold fast to our faith, knowing that God is with us, even in the darkest of times, and that he is able to deliver us from every danger and adversity. Moral teaching. In a modern context, the story of Daniel in the lion's den offers several valuable moral teachings. 1. Courage in the face of adversity. Daniel's unwavering faith and courage in the face of imminent danger inspire us to stand firm in our convictions, even when confronted with opposition or persecution. In today's world, where standing up for what is right may come at a cost, the story of Daniel encourages us to remain steadfast in our beliefs and principles. 2. Trust in God's protection. Despite the grave danger he faced, Daniel trusted in God's protection and deliverance. His faith serves as a reminder that even in the midst of life's trials and challenges, we can find strength and comfort in our relationship with a higher power. In times of uncertainty or fear, the story of Daniel encourages us to place our trust in God and rely on his guidance and protection. 3. Integrity and moral courage. Daniel's commitment to prayer and worship, despite the decree forbidding it, demonstrates his unwavering integrity and moral courage. In a world where ethical compromises may be tempting or even demanded, the story of Daniel challenges us to uphold our values and principles, even when it requires going against the grain or facing opposition. 4. Divine justice and redemption. The ultimate outcome of the story, with Daniel's miraculous deliverance and the punishment of his accusers, underscores the belief in divine justice and redemption. It reminds us that wrongdoing will not go unpunished forever, and that those who act with integrity and faith will ultimately be vindicated. In a world marked by injustice and inequality, the story of Daniel offers hope and assurance that justice will prevail in the end. 5. Humility and gratitude. Following his deliverance, Daniel remained humble and gave thanks to God for his protection and faithfulness. His response serves as a reminder of the importance of humility and gratitude, even in times of triumph or success. In our own lives, the story of Daniel encourages us to cultivate an attitude of humility, acknowledging our dependence on God and expressing gratitude for his blessings and provisions. In summary, the story of Daniel in the lion's den provides timeless moral lessons about courage, trust, integrity, justice, and humility, which remain relevant and applicable in today's world.